Hey guys, it's me, Jennifer, and the weather's been kind of crappy lately. Louisville has been getting soaked the past week. I think the estimates were about 10 inches of rain through Saturday. Things are flooded outside. I don't feel like going out anywhere because of it. I haven't been able to get to any of the old cars to work on them and do stuff, or even sandblast some Chrysler police wheels that I have for Diamond. So to get some content up for you guys this week, I figured why not show you guys some of the tools I've bought recently. So here are 4 tools that I've purchased, and yeah, let's go ahead and check them out. So admittedly, one of my favorite places to go for some retail therapy is Harbor Freight. So a couple of the things that I'm going to feature are from there, including this Braun Underhood LED bar light. Like, I love this thing. It is super awesome. I believe it has 845 lumens. And it has 2 brightness levels. And yeah, I've used this multiple times, not just for working under the hood of a car, but also for during a power outage when we even needed to light up the living room. It also has magnets on both ends to help stabilize it, or if you want to just plop it on in between like the radiator core support and your hood. And on both ends, it also has these hooks just so you can hang it anywhere. And I actually really love the hooks because I can go ahead and just hang this thing on the shelves here in the garage and it's out of the way, easy storage. It also charges pretty quickly. I haven't really timed it or anything, admittedly, but it does have a regular 120 volt power cable, as well as a power cable for the 12 volt cigarette lighter in your car. So this is one of my favorite things, and I definitely recommend this one. So one of the things that I find very therapeutic about working on a car is using a hand ratchet, but sometimes there's not always room to swing the ratchet handle. I can think of one time when I was changing the engine mounts in Diamond and there was absolutely no room to swing it. So one of the most recent tools that I've gotten is this Hercules extended reach cordless ratchet. This has a 3/8 drive, and I think it offers up to like 40 foot-pounds of torque, which means that next time I come across a really stubborn bolt on like Olivia or Diamond, I shouldn't have any struggles. So of course it goes both ways. Just like a regular ratchet, you turn the little dial and it has a little pointing light when you're using it, just so I guess you can see what you're doing. Admittedly, it's kind of heavy, even with the battery pack, which unfortunately you have to buy separately, plus the charger if you don't already have them. But yeah, I don't know how much fatigue this thing is going to cause when I'm using it just from holding it up. So we'll find out, but maybe it'll replace using the regular ratchets and become one of my favorite tools in the garage. So we'll see. So another thing I haven't had a chance to use yet, and I actually got this, I think before Christmas when Harbor Freight was having one of their like 10 or 12 day sale things, is this titanium Flux core welder. Like, this thing is super portable, has all the different settings on the front, and is kind of lightweight. It's only about 15 pounds. So this thing plugs right into a regular 120 volt household outlet. I think you can also use a 240, but mainly out here in the garage, I would be using a 120, and it has a 125 amp output. So it should be plenty for what I want to do. I know that Flux core welders tend to be a little bit on the hot side anyways, but for basic fabrication needs, it should be perfect for me. Admittedly, I haven't welded in years, and the last time I welded, and I think it's the only time that I've welded, was in a materials class in college, when we had a lab day and we tried out different processes, including welding and 3D printing. And the welding was really just, do a couple of little tack or spot welds to weld 2 pieces of metal together, and that was it. So one of the things that I want to do is become a little bit more self-sufficient with working on the cars. So one of the things that on the list is fabrication, and of course I need a welder for that. So if anyone has any tips and tricks for using a flux core welder for automotive things, feel free to drop them in the comments below, because I'm definitely open to the help. So of course I don't have a full welding setup yet, but I did go ahead and pick up some welding gloves and also the Chicago Electric welding helmet. It's probably not the most fancy thing. It was fairly cheap, but it is auto darkening, so it does have that going for it. So that's pretty much it for all of the Harbor Freight kind of stuff. The next thing I got is a powder coating system. So this is Eastwood's powder coating system, which should help me become more self-sufficient with getting things done. So this is the PCS 250 powder coating gun. This is a dual voltage, which means that, you know, the lower voltage can be used for regular powder coating projects, and then the higher voltage can be used for really big projects. So I think this powder coating gun can work with my little pancake air compressor that we typically use just for airing up the tires on the cars. But I do have a bigger air compressor over here in the corner that I can use if that proves to not be enough. So when I was getting the powder coating gun, I also went ahead and got the powder coating oven from Eastwood. It's not really heavy, it's just kind of big, not big enough for wheels, unfortunately, but for everything that I'd probably be powder coating anyways, this should do the job. So this powder coating oven goes up to 400 degrees and it has a 60-minute timer. Of course, this thing has a ton of space inside. It also comes with a couple of racks, which are obviously not in this thing, but it does have all of the controls here up front, temperature and element setting, the fan, and the timer. So if anyone also has any powder coating tips and tricks, feel free to drop those in the comments below also. So if you've liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button below. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to help support the Gearhead Girl and fuel future content, go ahead and click on the Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description below, and you can get early access to future videos, behind the scenes things, and things like that. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.